afternoon and welcome everybody to the FIBA 3x3 Shanghai Chongming Masters 2023. And this is the 12th stop here on World Tour here on the beautiful, lovely Huishan Island. So please give yourselves a round of applause for being here, first ever here in Shanghai. Huishan.
2019 years old. The best of the
baby, it's an exciting new brand of basketball.
Here's your rules of 3x3.
You got two teams of 3 players on the court, and you got 1 player sitting on the bench here with me. Playing on the half court with 1 rim. With the official 3x3 basketball made especially for the fast-paced outdoor game. The first team with 21 points is your winner, or the team with the most points after 10 minutes. You have just 12 seconds on the shot clock, and the clock is ticking, baby. Anything inside the arc is worth 1 point, while anything outside the arc is worth 2. Woo! That's how I do, baby. And once you score, the ball doesn't stop. Offense turns to defense just like that. It's a 10-minute sprint.
It's a 10-minute sprint, and it's over in a hurry, so y'all better hang with me throughout the next 2 days as we sprint towards crowning our 101st Masters winner here in the beautiful Yongfeng Art Pastoral Scenic area. We're handing out a $40,000 bag in the process. Take a look at your season so far. We started with dominance. They won the first 6 events. Then Antwerp came and picked one up. Ulaanbaatar as well. And, you know, the last 2 have been a Miami-Vienna affair. Miami picking up the first one and Vienna getting their first win last week at the 100th Masters in Amsterdam. Again, we are now in Shanghai on Hengsha Island in the Chongming district of Shanghai. It's right at the mouth of the Yangtze River. This one is an important one in your race to the finals. Only 12 teams qualified. There's your standings so far. But your top three teams out of the standings are not here today. So a lot of teams are looking to capitalize on that. Even teams looking inside of the outside. Team Partizan, they're in 13th. They're here, and a good showing might put them into the top 12. 17th and 18th ranked Futian and Wuxi, they could be doing big business here as well. Now take a look at your pools. We got Vienna here again after winning that Masters in Amsterdam. They're looking to continue their dominant ways. They're going to have to be with Utrecht and Omaha. Liman, they're going to meet with Wuxi. And we got a Chinese clash in Pool C between Beijing and Futian. Also, Team Antananarivo representing Madagascar is out here. In Pool B, we got runners, we got big Partizan coming in, Ulaanbaatar from Mongolia, as well as Shinagawa CC from Japan. Take a look again at this beautiful venue, and we are just outside of the city. We are in Greater Shanghai, out here on Hengsha Island, where we are about to get things underway. And we got 4 out of the top 10 teams in the world representing here. Vienna with the hottest team, maybe the hottest team in 3x3 right now, bringing in last week's momentum. And they are about to get us started against Omaha. They are undefeated against Omaha all time. And this is Omaha's first appearance at the World Tour here in 2023.
All right, and we'll get straight to our first game, and we have Team Vienna from Austria versus Team Omaha from USA. And now, representing the team of Vienna, number 6, it is Murat
So let's get you introduced to Team Vienna first. Again, one of the hottest teams in 3x3 right now, fresh up from 2 finals appearances in their last 2 Masters, snagging a win in Amsterdam last week. Team play is what got them there, as they leaned on hard-nosed defense to get them the victory. MVP Quincy Diggs is joined by Enis Moratti, the burner, Colton Brunner, and the math man, Matthias Linortner. These fellas, all 4 of them were on that squad last week that won the 100th Masters. So, again, they're bringing all the momentum into this one, but they have to deal with a team that's pretty hot themselves. Team Omaha, Nebraska, stand up. This team is coming off a finals run in the USA Basketball Colorado Challenger last weekend. They eventually left to win. The team saw one in the finals. And the men from the Midwest, they got a shooter. His name's Trey Bardsley. He's shooting a ridiculous 49% from 2-point range this year. He's joined by high flyers Big Mitch Hahn, Aaron James Parrott, who's leading the team in scoring after making the transfer from Team New York Harlem. And last man rounding out the squad is the trash man, Clay Rowe. So again, these teams have met up in the past. 2 of those matchups were last year, but one of them was this year in the pool in Fribourg in the Challenger. That one went to Vienna. So Omaha is going to start to try to change things and maybe put things in their favor in this matchup. It hasn't been their game so far. These are your referees for this one, Luci Kuhn and Vladimir Veskovic. They're going to be holding it down here and making sure these teams play a clean game. Now, fun fact, you guys can't see this, but I can from here. So the pastoral fields in the background, right? I hope they take a drone shot of that, because they grew a FIBA logo in that. I can't explain it any other way. Like, there's a tower here, you could stand on top of it, and then there's different colored plants, and there's a FIBA logo on the field, which is something I've never seen before. We're taking an urban sport and we're going out into the country right now. So there's Enis Moratti hitting the game winner last week on a drive to pick up Vienna's first Masters win of the season, 2nd overall all time. It's filling up nicely. Some people in the crowd here making their way out to Hangsha Island, and it takes a little bit to get here. Trust me, I took the trip, and you have to take a boat, and it takes about 20-25 minutes on a ferry before you get here. And again, this area is known for the pastures and the rural living, while it's still in greater Shanghai.
But before every game, we do a countdown all the way from 10. But we don't say 3, 2, 1.
As you guys can hear, MC Noah Lazarus holding it down as well, making sure the crowd's entertained out here as we are about to get things underway in Masters number 101 all time, number 12 on the season here in a record-setting 18-city World Tour here in 2023 with Team Vienna, Team Omaha, ready to get it in.
All right, ready, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, x 3.
All right, let's get it on. We start things off. Parrott finds Bardsley. They're looking for a shot for him. Big Mitch with the screen. Bardsley denies off the glass. No good. The burner with the board. They go try to look for the mismatch down there, because that is what Bardsley is, especially against a bigger guard like Colton Brunner, who takes advantage of that first matchup there. The scramble. Parrott comes away with it, gets fouled. That's going to be 2 shots coming up for James Parrott, who again transferred in from Team New York Harlem, where he performed well last year. He's leading the team in scoring this year at 7.9 points per game on the pro circuit. Again, this is their first World Tour appearance, so this is all challengers that we're talking about. They were a part of 6 challengers so far in the season. Best result was the Colorado Challenger again last weekend, came in 2nd. Also saw them perform at the International 3x3 Cup in Sacramento this year, where they also came in second, losing only to Team Miami in the finals. So Barrett at the stripe for two. Knocks it to first.
Just one more. Free throw number two.
Second one, no good. Picks up his own board. Cleans up his own mess. Omaha 2-1 here after about 30 seconds of play. Murati drives baseline, finds the Chala. Out to Murati again. A two-point shot goes down for the sharpshooter from Vienna. Now Vienna's up one. Parrott, oh, he lost him in the sauce. Parrott made the Norton look the other way. Murati.
Oh, get that out of here. Access denied.
And the Northerner comes away with the board. Gets hacked. It's foul number one on Team Omaha. The Northerner this time, trying to attack Big Mitch. Now it's Diggs. Diggs, big shot. Last week he knocked out two teams from the United States in Princeton as well as Miami. Can he do the same to Omaha? It was his hot shooting, over 40% from two, that drove the team to victory. He was joined by Kaltenbrunner, who was also over 40% from two, by the way. He had a really good tournament last week. Kick out, the trash man, no good. His trash is picked up. Bardsley this time from two.
Too strong. Diggs with the board.
And they go looking for that mismatch again. Bardsley just gives up a lot of size on the inside. They keep putting Kaltenbrunner up against them. Whoa, easy lay. 6-5. They go back to Kaltenbrunner. This time they decide not to play out the mismatch, but he still gets it up. 7-5. Kaltenbrunner off to a good start in this one. Let me remind you all that this man, I know he's been on the scene, but he's just 23 years of age. He played in the Under-23 World Cup just a couple of weeks ago. Here, baseline. Ooh, that's the emergency break. The Northerner didn't want him to score. And again, I don't think that's a play on the ball. That is really the emergency break there. They call it a foul on the floor. So possession will go to Omaha. Points are prevented, which is what the foul was used for. Again, fouls are a resource in 3x3. If you haven't watched a lot of this, first of all, what do you do? Second, there's no individual fouls. There's only team fouls. You can get 6 of those. At the 7th, every foul will be 2 free throws. At the 10th, every foul will be 2 free throws and possession. So you can use those first 6 to stop an opponent from scoring a bunch of points. If you make him on the floor, that is. Well, I got lost trying to explain the game to y'all. It has been moving on, but no scores were had so far. So we go back to Omaha. Bardsley with a little bit of space. Doesn't knock it down. Murati this time to Northerner. He gets a screen and attacks Bardsley. Pull up with Northerner. 8-5. Bit of hot potato here, but Parrott ends up with it. Parrott this time gets loose. Omaha's not going anywhere. Traveling violation called and a warning for talking. I think that's extended to Team Omaha. And that will get us to our first TV timeout in a pretty tight contest so far, I gotta say. Both teams are looking to outplay some mismatches. Vienna is clearly looking to, well, to try to feed that man, of course. T'Challa, the Black Panther. Kaltenbrunner also getting loose for a couple of buckets, especially in the post-up against Trey Bardsley. They are just putting in the hurt locker. He can shoot, but he is vertically a bit challenged. So they're going to keep posting him up. Big Mitch, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Mitch steps back, no make. Rebound goes to Diggs. They go looking for Kaltenbrunner again. This time the pass doesn't connect. So fresh shot clock coming up for Team Omaha here. With an opportunity to pull the game closer at 8-6. Now it's, well, I thought that was going to be 8-7, but that layup was missed. Now it's Kaltenbrunner. Kaltenbrunner off the screen. Kaltenbrunner by himself. Gets rejected. Air paired, sent that all the way back to Austria. And then we got a shot clock violation. We got a challenge on the shot clock violation, but look at that. He threw that one back like a 90s song. So the referees will take a very good look at this. The call on the floor is a shot clock violation. Now they have to be 100% sure to overturn this. Take a look at the images. And the challenge is lost. That ball is still in the Northerner's hands as the yellow bar underneath the shot clock went off. James Parrott just swiped that one off the top of the square somehow. Bardsley finds Rowe underneath. Rowe. One fake too many. Three seconds on the shot clock. Big Mitch. No big make. Boards picked up by Parrott, though. Now Parrott tries one for two. He gets fouled. So 2 free throws coming up for James Parrott again. That's the 3rd foul in Vienna. And the 2nd one to put Parrott on the line for 2. Unfortunate fouling for them here. Parrott, no connection on either one of them. Firewall might have gotten in the way. Vienna also not capitalizing on the fact that Omaha just has a bit of a dry spell right now. Parrott again on an adventure by himself, fading away, no good. This time the rebound ends up with Team Österreich. Kaltenbrunner by himself again in that post up. This time he's fouled. Bardsley thought better of it and just said, take it up top. Actually, never mind. That foul came in a bit late, so that's going to be 1 free throw for Nico Kaltenbrunner. And the burner puts it in, extends the lead to 3 points for Vienna here. And another foul here by Enis Moratti this time. Just runs through Parrott there. Gets up a bit gingerly. But I'm sure he's okay because he can complain to the referee. And that usually spells that you're fine. Mitch to Bardsley. I don't know how he scooped that in. Linortner has to shoot. Shot clock pressure. Matthias Linortner no make, and that will be another shot clock violation. So good defense on Omaha, who snuffed out the play. There's again a try at a post up for Bardsley, but this time they kind of went down and semi-double teamed. I haven't seen that much, but that's good tactics, I believe. Big Mitch with the turnover. Murati to Diggs, back to Murati. He was good early on in the game, but hasn't been able to find the bottom of the net just yet. Now Parrott, also nothing. Both teams are having a hard time scoring to Wilson. You got to put that nice blue and yellow thing inside the orange circle. That's where it goes. And that ball went out of bounds, and it looks like it went off Vienna. So here we go. Omaha back in action, and they got a Air Parrott all the way up there to catch that one. He took another flight. They had 3 connections, make that 4. Diggs playing with his food. Oh, passes out of it. Now it's Kaltenbrunner. He has to go. Parrott denies that one. Got his cookies took. And then a foul's called underneath. Parrott holding on to Kaltenbrunner to try to prevent him from establishing position. The burner to Linortner, who's actually the leading 2-point percentage shooter on the squad. It's averaging 38% on the season from the 2-point arc. He's one of the more underrated role players, or I don't know if role player even fits him, because he's crucial to what they do as a fulcrum on offense and on defense as well. Second leading scorer on the squad throughout the season. Take a look at this special scoop by Bardsley. Big lob again. Diggs to Murati. Quick release. Big make. 11-8, breaking the spell out here in Shanghai. That counts. Parrott just tried to throw that ball back. gets fouled. Murati looks a little bit gassed, so he says, let's stop the clock. We'll pick up the 6th and then put Quincy Diggs back on the court. Timeout's called also, so some oxygen for both teams in a very, very low-scoring affair. Let me remind you all, this game is either 10 minutes or we go to 21 points. And that happens often. And we're stuck at 12 to 11 with under 2 minutes to go. So the 2-point arc has not been friendly to both of these teams. Let's see if they can change things here in the last minute. 44. Bardsley off the screen. They lob it up to Parrott again. My goodness, Air Parrott strikes twice. Take a look at this. He stretched out like Luffy on that one. Vienna tries to do the same thing for Lenortner, and he is so patient with it. That's that old man at the Y move, that short fake that everybody goes for. 13 to 12. I'm not trying to say Lenortner is an old man, by the way. This is a good move. Big Mitch this time, runway, kicks it out, row. That board ends up with the burner. They go looking for that man. T'Challa from 2, 15 to 12, big shot, under a minute to go. Parrott tries to answer, no make, but another trip to the stripe for James Parrott. This time he will go for another 2 free throws. Take a look. Winds up through the hand of Quincy Diggs. Smart play by James Parrott. Can he capitalize? First one's a make, 15 to 13. Parrott misses the second one, so his team's still within 2, but now they have to play defense. Diggs tries to go at Bardsley underneath. Nothing there. Lenortner's open for 2. That hasn't gone well so far. Big Mitch with the board. Parrott again. This time there's no foul and also no make. We are under 30 seconds. Vienna holding on to that 2-point lead here. Murati pulls up. And on the offensive rebound there, a foul. It's called on Bardsley. That's foul number 6, so it will stop the clock. It will not put anybody on the free throw stripe. Look at Bardsley here as he gets a little too handsy with Lenortner. They go back to Diggs. Quincy Diggs looks at the clock, 3 seconds on the shot clock, steps back, finds Lenortner. That's a late shot. It will go down. It counts for 2, 17 to 13. Bardsley off one leg, tries to answer, no good. And that will end this one as Vienna in the last minute managed to find a range and come through here with a victory over Omaha. Look at Lenortner waiting until the shot clock ran dry, puts it up right before and knocks it in. Big, big shot to get Vienna the victory here. 17 to 13 in your first Pool A game out here in Shanghai. The action does not stop. I hope y'all enjoyed some of those highlights, but we go right on to Pool B action with Liman, Huishan, Eni, and Saitama Alphas Exa lacing them up. These teams have met up in the past, twice to be exact, both last year. Both were Liman wins. So we'll get you guys introduced to both these teams.
And now, representing Team Liman,
And I think here's some fellas you might have heard of. So Team Liman coming out.
Number 6, Ning Zhang.
And they got Tong Kui, Ning Zhang, and well, here you go. These two men are pretty decorated, so you might know. Mihailo Vasic and Stefan Kojic. Kojic winning a gold medal at the Europe Cup in September here this year. Vasic, I mean, I can keep going. He won a bronze medal in Tokyo. You might have heard of the event there, the Olympic Games. And then he's also a gold medalist in the Europe Cup, the World Cup, both 2 times. He's actually a gold medalist in the World Cup this year. So there's some guys with a bit of pedigree here. They're looking to win for sure. They will be looking to improve upon their 7th place finish in Amsterdam as well, as they got and ran into Partizan in the quarterfinals, bowing out after an overtime buzzer beater took care of them. But they're going to have to play up against another fellow who's been around 3x3 for a long, long time now. The Worm, Tomoya Ochai. He's been around 3x3 for so long that he might have been there before me. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. But he's joined by Goran Bijelic, Petar Sukur, and Ryo Ozawa. These fellas came in 2nd in the Hongchon Challenger, only losing to Radon Vares in the final. And he's got some up-and-coming young stars with him, in especially Petar Sukur. They did come in 11th in Doha earlier in the week. They lost to Amsterdam as well as Paris in the pool play. So their first one wasn't great. So there's your referees, Kurang Shi and Alex Talisainen. They'll be holding it down. But the general repetition, as you call that, I think, for Saitama was not great. Again, bowing out in pool play, not able to score a lot of points in that one either. And this team is dependent on how hot they can get from the outside. Ryo Ozawa, so far in the year, not a sharpshooter. And he shoots them like he is, but he's only hitting them at, I believe, an 11% clip. Now, if he's a shooter like his confidence portrays him to be, then we might change some things here. But take a look at Mihailo Vasic again. He might be, when it's all said and done, he might be on the all-times list. I mean, he's been around the game for long enough. There's Tomoya Ochai, the Worm, a big part of 3x3, especially out in Japan for so long. And we are off to the races with Pool B action. Chef Koya starts things off with scoops up some herbs. 1-0. The Worm this time fading away. Can't put it on the board. Zhang with the board for Liman. And Ning Zhang might be the X factor for this team. And we know Kojic can score and he can shoot. We know Vasic can do the same thing. And Zhang, in some games, he's very aggressive and he'll put in the rock. And in some games, he doesn't score. And when he scores, he's very dangerous. So I think if Liman goes far in this one, he is the reason. But you know what? I get distracted by stuff like this. The game's still going. Bijelic, ooh, he got free for one. He almost lost Chef Koya there. Take a look at this. Kojic has to draw onto the emergency break there. So Bijelic on the line. Misses, but gets his own board, puts it up, but not in. So no points for Saitama just yet. Vasic against the worm, goes for the handoff. Zhang pulls up. See, this is the type of aggressiveness we need out of Zhang. Bilic. Foul on the floor called. So Bilic will take a seat. Suko will come back on the court. Oh. That almost put a dent in our shot clock. Gotta be a little more careful with that Bode shot clock. Anyway, Vasic. And a double dribble is called as Tonki. Looks like he sprained his ankle just a little bit. He'll take a seat as well. Ochai. Another foul on Team Liman, who again are known to use fouls as a resource. They want to stop a team from scoring early and put some points up so they have a lead. Worm. Ozova can't get it up. This time he will take a trip to the free throw line though. Ochai threatened a kneel on this one, and Koic just gets his arm out there, and you know, that's a foul. Can't do that. Ozova. No make on the board. Zhang. So a bit much on the defense there by Ozawa. It'll be Saitama's first foul. Hands off. Koic finds Vasic underneath. Easy scoop, easy make. 4-0 Liman. And then Saitama turns it over. They just throw it away. Vasic to Koic. Koic finds some space, but handing it off. Zhang this time. No connection on that one. Bilic. Suko with the step. Bilic with the tip. Waiter's gonna be happy after that one. 4-1. Zhang spins. Almost went down as well. He will get fouled. He will be stepping up to the line. Ning Zhang this season averaging 6 points per game on the pro circuit. Knocks down the free throw. The worm. Not known for his outside shooting like that, and this one doesn't go. He's known for that defense. Ozawa. And, every team so far has had some trouble shooting the two ball. Might be because of this beautiful backdrop. Some we're not used to. Sometimes, most often, we are in urban areas with buildings in the background. Now we have a field, which is a nice change of scenery, I gotta say. And we are in the Hengsha Island out here in Shanghai in the Chongming district. It's right in the mouth of the Yangtze River. This area is called the Yongfeng Art Pastoral Scenic Area. I think the scenic is messing team shots up a little bit, but it's all good. It's beautiful. They will find it. 6-1. Ozawa can change things. No good. Zhang with the board. Now it's Chef Koya cooking up a dish again. Out to Zhang. Can he connect? play for Ozawa. Somehow gets that in. Ozawa, not the tallest player, but they come up with an alley-oop play for him somehow, and he gets enough airtime going to put that in off the glass. And that will get us to our first TV timeout as expected. Liman using fouls to keep Saitama from scoring early. They've used 4. Saitama is stuck at 2 points. Liman's got 6 themselves, but the trend of not shooting continues. We already saw it in the first game. Vienna managed to catch fire down the stretch, but neither team could buy a 2-point shot during most of the game. And it's continued here. So teams are having to find things close to the basket. And you know what? Bilic found some cash there with that tip underneath. Vasic, classic spin move, 7-2. Now's Bilic. Finds the worm. He's fouled again. And a warning's extended for talking as Kojic got a little animated. Felt like he didn't foul. But you know what? Players think that pretty often from experience. Goran Bilic to Sukur. Foul. Called on the screen. As Bilic tried to run through Vasic on that one. Can't do that. They go back to the handoff. Kojic to Vasic. He pops. Finds Zhang off the screen. A lot of Saitama players in there. So Team Saitama opting to play a little bit of help side off of Kojic. Stopping the Liman action there on the handoff play. That's an interesting tactic. I got to say, I'm not sure if I would help off of Stefan Kojic. He's again averaging 8.3 points per game this year. Shooting it at high. See? Now the shots start falling. 9-2. Pushing foul extended on Saitama as Bilic tried to body Vasic there. Vasic, yeah, he went down on that. Zhang stepping back. Midi is good. 10-2. Saitama, where's your offense? Oh. See, announcers jinx. Ozawa answers 10-3, but Zhang back at it. He's good for 2 again. I told you, Ning Zhang can get hot. He just found his Wi-Fi connection out here. Sukur, 12-4, as Saitama tries to answer, but we're under 5 minutes, and they have to deal with this man. Ning Zhang, he tries another one. 3 for Ning Zhang. He's screaming at the crowd, too. He's got 9 points out of 14. And a foul's called underneath, so there'll be number 5 on Saitama. Ning Zhang just went supernova in a minute there. Vasic. To go to Keith. And an offensive foul's called. He pushed off on the seal there. That pass was lobbed a tad bit high as well. So Liman, after starting the game a bit slow, they've exploded here. They're up to 14 points as we're just under the halfway mark of the game. Saitama again, we have to go finding their offense somewhere out here in the pastures. Stuck at 4 points. Zhang back on the court. This time he shares the rock. Koya back to Zhang. Zhang jabs. Finds some space. Zhang gets blocked by the worm, but Vasic's there to clean this mess. Well, he celebrated. Referee Alex Talisainen said, "No, what? That's before the end of the shot clock, or after the end of the shot clock." Let's take a look at the worm with the good hands, and then Vasic gets it off just a little bit too late. So So we got a challenge for the shot clock. We already seen the images, so I do believe this will be a quick challenge. It will be lost. Yeah, challenge is lost as expected. That one was definitely late.
First shot was not offense time, and team lose their challenge any further calls.
Saitama. And Super dribbles that one out of bounds. So again, Team Saitama, I think they left their offense back in Japan for now. Zhang, kick out. Vasic from 2. Zhang gets the board, doesn't get it in. Under the 4-minute mark here. Let's see if Saitama can do anything to come back into this game. That will help. Sukur with the 2. Still an 8-point difference, but at least they've hit one now. Zhang spins, finds Vasic somehow. I don't know how he found him during that spin move. That's a pretty pass. Bielich to the worm, stepping back. That took every single bit of the rim to roll in, but it did. Foul on Sukur. That's foul number 6 on the Japanese. We'll get to our second TV timeout with a pretty dominant Liman lead here as they're looking at a 15-7 score here. Again, they started a little bit slow, but Ning Zhang just went ballistic, knocking down 3 twos in about a minute time. He made sure his team was gonna go into the last couple minutes on top here. He will take a seat now, though. Vasic and the worm. I mean, 2 physical players to start with, and they are just jostling for position right now, and the referees tell them, calm down a little bit. Vasic's the key. Ozawa. The worm is almost open, finds Ozawa again, steps back off of one leg. Well, that's not going to improve your 2-point percentage for sure. And now he has to deal with Key, but Key is caught pushing off again. So an offensive foul on Halton Key. That's foul number 7. Because it's an offensive foul, no free throws will be rewarded. So we'll just be possession Saitama. Liman, they are in the bonus now. Ochai to Sukur. Lost the rock. Vasic shares with Key. Key will try to add from the 2-point arc, no good. Vasic saves it to Key. Hustle play by Vasic. Zhang slows it down. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Now Zhang on the attack with a big scoop. That's bucket flavor ice cream they scooping up right there. Bielich, no answer. Zhang again with the board. He's having a great game. Gets the handoff. Zhang again for 2. No make on this one. Sukur. Oh, that's really fake. So right at the 2-minute mark, that will go out of bounds. Take a look at the hustle by Vasic. Saves that inbounds. Zhang again this time. Ning Zhang continuing. That man's hotter than several pumpers right now. 19-8. He has a chance at the line to end the game here because this could be a 4-point play. 2 free throws coming up for Ning Zhang. trying to walk off the fact that he's a little bit tired. Take a look at this. Yeah, Bielitz touches him on the elbow, and that, I mean, that's the type of day Ning Zhang's having. That's a rim and backboard to get in there. Ning Zhang first is a miss. So this game will continue on a little bit. Zhang makes the second, so Liman at game point, 20-8. Sukur tries to answer. No good, the Worm will get a rebound there. They go back to Zhang. Zhang pulls up and ends the game. Ning Zhang just went supernova in this one. Chest bumping with his teammates. Liman picking up a big win here over Saitama. On the back of Ning Zhang. Home soil's good to him. Take a look, another jab step. They go under the screen and he punishes. We were talking about how people couldn't make shots from two-point land. Well, Ning Zhang must have heard me because he went ridiculous in this game. He was hitting everything. 22-9, Liman in this one as they take the first victory in Pool B action.
Beijing versus Team Antananarivo. Coming up next. All right. And now, representing Team Beijing.
Oh, here we go. Team Beijing and Team Antananarivo will kick off Pool C action. We'll start you off with Team Beijing, who's going to be the crowd favorite. I have to suspect here. We got Liman, Liu, and the Mays, Nauris Miez. And this team suffered a big blow earlier this week in Doha, where Carlos Las Manas, aka the Batman, was seen holding his hand after coming down awkwardly on a dunk. That hand, unfortunately for them and for us, is broken. So Nauris Miez will have to hold down the fort for at least a couple of weeks. They didn't manage to pick up a second place out there in Doha, bringing into a bit of a slump as they didn't manage to come out of the quarterfinals in their last 3 appearances on the Challenger circuit, and bowing out in pool play in Amsterdam last week. So they're going to try to turn things around on the Masters level as well. But hey, look, impressive display at the Wuxi Challenger, picking up a 4th place to get to their very first Masters ever. Ellie is the go-to guy. He averaged 7.3 points per game in Wuxi when they beat Ulaanbaatar in the quarterfinals. And Livio is the other way about this Madagascar squad. At the World Cup in pool play over Team France, they managed a victory because he got hot for 12 points and hit a crazy game winner. They're joined by Alpha Solondraini and Rikre Lubaki. Now let me try to pronounce the last names of Ellie and Livio. Livio is Antananarivo and Ellie is Ellie Randria Mampionona. I'm going to try that again. Ellie Randria Mampionona. I hope I got that one right. So Vladimir Veskovic and Alek Talisainen will hold down the refereeing in this one. These teams have actually met up in the past at Wuxi in the semifinal. That was a Beijing victory. Let's see him now. As Bies again, world rank number 10, has been in their game for so long. The Maze, he's also called Robin sometimes. Let's see if he can hold it down by himself. A broken hand will set you back at least 4 to 6 weeks. And there's Livio again, can go off in any game. His 2-point percentage out there in Wuxi wasn't all that great. He only shot 13%, but again, I've seen him play in a game where he went off for 12 points, so I'm not gonna go against him in this one.
The team's getting a chance to warm up a bit.
So then Ellie, as well as Lubaki, they've been a part of 3x3 for a long time out there in Madagascar. They picked up a bronze medal in 2017 at the Africa Cup. That's how long they've been around. Mind you, these fellas are 26. So they were 20 back then, youngsters just hopping onto the scene. And last year, again, FIBA, the Africa Cup, picked up a gold medal, made sure they got to the World Cup. And even though they didn't get out of pool play, they were one of the teams I really liked out of the World Cup because of their gritty play, opportunistic shot making, and the fact that 2 of their players can just go off at any time. And apparently, they can dunk as well as Lubaki just threw one down in warm-ups. And that was pretty athletic. So again, Team Beijing, they're going to have to pick up some slack here. And I think Ulaanbaatar is your best bet to fill the void that's left behind. He's averaged 4.6 points per game in 25 games played in the pro circuit. That doesn't fully cover what Les Manis leaves out there on the court, I have to say. But he might be able to step up his game. So we'll see how that goes. They haven't played a tournament without the dynamic duo just yet this year, or at least not on the pro circuit. So this is an experiment. And we'll see what Maurice Bies can come up with in this one. We've actually gotten a little bit of sun out here. And a little bit of a breeze, which is very, very comfortable out here on Hangsha Island. Again, a tourist destination here in Greater Shanghai because of the pastures and the look you can get at rural living, which is tough to come by in the bigger cities in China, I have to say. This is just an hour, maybe a little bit more from downtown Shanghai. And it feels quite calm and cozy. Not on the court. On the court, it's all action. Off the court, though, take a stroll through the countryside and see the orchards. It's nice. They even made me feel at home. There's some land-winning projects out here where they're building dikes. As you know, that's a Dutch thing. So feel right at home here. Anyway, I digress. This happens sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. Just bear with me. While we are ready to get things started here today, I'd like to invite you guys, if you're not doing this yet, to follow our official accounts at FIBA 3x3. Take a look at all the action from the day, as well as some behind-the-scenes footage.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Get pool season underway with this one. The Mays will start things off.
All right, let's get to it.
Beijing's got the first one to go down. Easy bucket. Ellie, on the other hand, scoop shot, no make. This time it's the Mays. Zhu is a little grabby on the board there, so fouls extended on Team Beijing. Livio. Told you could get hot. Starts it off right. Off the alpha screen. Zhu this time. And a pushing foul extended on Zhu, who's picked up both of Beijing's fouls here early. That shot by Livio, by the way, that counts as a 1. Apparently his big toe was on the line. Travel called on Ellie. So possession will go back to Beijing. The Mays. Zhu in the corner by himself. Zhu, no good, but the board goes to Lu. Handoff action for the Mays. And that's going to be a foul. Out is Miezes. I think one of the faster players in 3x3, using all of that speed to get to the cup. Doesn't make the free throw though. Rebound Ellie. Livio back at it. Creating some space. Livio pulls up and he starts it off right. 3 points Antananarivo, 3 points Livio Ratianarivo. Lu. Lu one-on-one, nothing there. They go back to Livio. Livio in between 2 players. That's a foul. And there'll be 1 free throw coming up. So Livio all kinds of aggressive. Take a look as he splits the screen here. Lu just extends the elbow a little bit to try to catch him. Livio. All net. 4-1. Liu to the Mays. The Mays. Oh, pretty pass to Liu, but that barely hit rim. The Mays with the board. No block. So 4-2. Ellie. Trying to create space. Ellie pulls up this time. Livio gets a screen, but also gets his cookies taken and compounds that by fouling. Take a look as he lost to Wilson, and then, yeah, that's a foul. Miezes. No good. Rebound. Goes out of bounds. So the crowd here cheering on Beijing, obviously. I don't know if there's any Madagascan fans in the audience. I'm sure at home they're cheering as Alpha hits that one. And a kick ball. So Ellie will step off. Rick Lelubaki will step on. Back to Miezes. Zhu tries 1 for 2. That will drop. 4 to 5. Zhu pulling his team within 1. Livio guarded well. Lou got a hand in there. That goes out of bounds. 3.3 seconds left on the shot clock. Lubeck with 3.3, steps back, and there's nothing there for him. So Antananarivo, after the hot start, they cool off just a little bit. Lou, the Maze by himself. Don't leave that man open. 6 to 5, Beijing taking the lead. Ellie looking for space. They share it back to Ellie. Gets his own board this time. Livio also no connection. The Maze, kicks it out. Big 2-point shot, no make. They go back to Ellie. Ellie a pull up. They look for Zhu underneath, and Zhu delivers. Now it's Ellie gets stopped with a foul. So Beijing, after digging themselves a little bit of a hole early, they climb back into this one. Picking up a lead on the back of Naus Miez's big shot and big drive. 7 to 5 here as we're right in the middle of our first TV timeout. That man got to start at Livio. He had the first 3 points to his name, but you know what? You see that Olympic tattoo on that man's arm? That's your gold medalist from Tokyo. So yeah, kind of have to deal with that. That's a good player. Anyway, Lubeck goes to Livio. Livio in the post, fading away, no make. They go back down to Zhu. He shares, but those cookies are took. Livio again. Now he's by himself for the lay. 7 to 6. Lu. Wengbo Lu. Oh, that's a whoopsie. Can't shoot and then not shoot and then come down and then try to shoot again. That's against the rules. We don't do that in the rules videos because that's a pretty obvious one. Anyway, Livio fading again. Mid. Oh, Alpha with the board. So Antananarivo not laying down. They're fighting. The Maze again with the kick out. Another shot from beyond the arc. This time it's Li Peng Liu. Ellie, can he answer? Livio. Livio answers. 9 to 9. Antananarivo is not going anywhere. The Maze. Oh, he crossed him up pretty bad there. Ends up in a foul. I thought he was going to have the lay. 9 to 9 here. 4th foul on Team Antananarivo. And notice Miezes, a.k.a. the Maze, is on the line. And he puts in the free throw. Livio finds Solondriani. Oh, but he gets blocked. Pick and roll action off of Solondriani, but yeah, you know, Li Peng Liu's got some long arms. Livio heaves one. No good at the end of the shot clock. Now Miezes is sharing it again. This time no make. Boards to Miezes though. The Maze looking to distribute. Ellie splits the screen. And a foul on the floor is called. Foul number 5 on Team Beijing. And Antananarivo still in this game with again, under 5 minutes to go. Told you they'd be competitive. This is a gritty team that got close with, again, eventual 4th place team Brazil in the World Cup pool. Wasn't an easy game for them, and then they ended up beating France. Meanwhile, they were representing as Team Madagascar back then, so not Team Antananarivo, but 3 out of 4 players that are here were there as well. So 5 fouls on both teams, as that foul was called on the floor on the Miez's post up. Zhu to Miez's. Miez's lines one up. Knuckleballs it in, 12-9. Eli, can he answer? Yes, he can. Every time Antananarivo needs an answer, they get one. 12-11. Lu to Zhu. Big shot, no make. Eli with the board. Oh, but he almost lost that one. Finds Solo Ndiani. Eli on the baseline, but you know what? He stepped out of bounds. His foot got on the line. That will get us to our second TV timeout in a game that's tighter than your high school shirts. Every time Beijing has picked up a lead, Team Antananarivo has answered. But Eli there just put his entire foot in the line. That's out of bounds. The Maze gets a screen down there from Zhu, and the foul's called as Livio tried to stop Zhu from doing anything. Like, he just grabbed him, and then Zhu threw him on the floor. That's foul number 6 on Antananarivo. So the next foul is 2 free throws. Oh, that's a boo-boo. Wingbo Lu. Livio back at it. Livio drives and lays it up. No make. Gets the board. Eli's open for 2. That's a make. Antananarivo is up. So the shot is challenged. Whether it's a 1 or a 2, they're going to look at this. Field goal challenge extended by Beijing. Eli with a big shot there. It looks like that is going to be a 2, but yeah, the challenge is lost. So Antananarivo up on an Olympic gold medalist here with 3:30 in the game. Something you don't expect to hear much, but here we are. The Maze tries to find Zhu, but there's help side there. Zhu ends up at the rock, misses though, gets his own board. Zhu underneath. In a crowd, gets out. 13-13. Livio. He goes looking for Alpha, but that pass, there's no Wi-Fi out here in the pastures. So they didn't connect. Handoff action for Beijing. They end up back with the Maze. Kick out. Oh, that's a speedster. That's a layup for Lu with a quick first step. And a travel called on Eli in the corner. So no answer for Antananarivo just yet on this one. Eli, well, yeah. That's like 5 steps. Another big shot for Team Beijing. No make. Alpha with the board. And the Aces just chucked Livio out of bounds there. So 6th foul on Beijing. Both teams at the bonus. Take a look as well, I don't know if that was that hard to push, but another disconnect on the Madagascar team, but they end up getting it back. Livio crosses, finds Solondriani underneath, and that's a score. So tied game again, 2:30 left to go. The Maze. Oh, the Maze. Oh, he finds his teammate in the corner, no good this time, but battle on the boards, and Zhu puts it in and one. Hoop and the arm. As Wambo Zhu steps up his game and will step up to the line for 2 free throws. The timeout's called. So after that bucket, Team Beijing got a 1-point lead with a chance to add 2 to that. Now every score so far has been answered by Team Antananarivo. It remains to be seen if they can answer this one. Zhu has to deliver though first. So now this Mies will take a seat, and Team Beijing will go with Li Peng Liu, Wingbo Lu, and Yongbo Zhu. Zhu. All cloth on the first one. 16-14. Splashes the second one as well, so a 3-point lead. Ellie, can he answer from the corner? That's a no. They go back to Zhu. He's got the size advantage. Kick out. Big shot, no make. Zhu with the board again. But you know what? I think that touched the top of the hoop. I think that touched the top of the hoop, and they might be calling this one a turnover. Zhu, he doesn't agree. Him and his 8 points will take a seat though. Take a look. That's the side of the backboard. That's it. Ellie, any daylight, no good, but a foul. So a foul in Beijing, they'll put him in the bonus. 2 free throws coming up. And a warning for talking as well. Eli Randria Mampionona will step up to the line. I got that one good. I got it right, I think. Somebody hit me up. Somebody hit me up on Instagram at BAZZ50. My pronunciations are a work in progress. I try though. So again, Ellie at the line. Knocks in both. Antananarivo is not going anywhere. 17-16. The Maze back out there. They go back down to Zhu. He's got a mismatch down there with Livio. 18-16. So now Livio can answer. Livio trying to cross. He finds Lubecki. Lubecki, shot clock's running out. No awareness on that one, so a turnover. Vieses gets a screen from Zhu to try to create a mismatch. Doesn't happen though, as Livio is fighting over the screen. Zhu says, I don't care, but no make. Ellie, daylight. No make on the bucket. Solondriani will pick it up for him. Alpha Solondriani for 1. He was wide open. Couldn't make it though, and that 1 minute mark's approaching fast. We got 1:09 left in this one. capitalizes. High post, he gets a little screen. Now he has a mismatch. Screening again, Miezes steps back, no make. Board, Eli. Livio at the cup. No make, but he puts in his own miss. 18-17. This isn't over, ladies and gentlemen. We still have 45 seconds. They go looking for that mismatch with Livio. He gets bullied down there. Livio was put in a hurt locker. Eli this time. Going at your Olympic gold medalist. He feels like he got fouled, but he doesn't get anything. And now to compound that mistake, he picks up the 8th foul for Team Antananarivo. So he got upset with the fact that he didn't get a call underneath. And he puts Miezes on the line to try to end the game here. I don't really understand that, but you know what? It could have just been frustration. So now as Miezes puts Beijing up to 20 with a chance to put him up to 21. Now as Miezes misses down, but you know what? Ulaanbaatar's got his back. Puts it in for the win. Big rebound by the big man. Team Beijing coming away with a 21-17 victory in a close-fought contest. I have to say, Antananarivo was in this until the very end. Not a smart foul by Eli down the stretch of that game. That's what kind of did him in. I'll let you have a look at the highlights here, but it's going to be a lot of him. Ulaanbaatar, who's dominant underneath the boards. Was using that size to gain an advantage on Team Madagascar, Team Antananarivo. And it worked. See, the action doesn't stop here. I took a second, caught my breath, but we're going to keep it going. Team Partizan is already coming out. These 4 fellas represented well in Amsterdam last week. They played 2 overtime games, and 2 times that was ended at the hands of Stefan Milivojevic. We still need to find a nickname for him, but he needs to play some more Masters. These guys ended up in 4th. Actually in 3rd, I apologize. Are there any nobody here? I'm not sure. I mean, I saw some last week. Those Partizan fans dressed in all black. They even showed up in Amsterdam. And look, these fellas, they finally translated some of their challenges success into wins in Amsterdam. They got to the semis and got knocked out barely. They're going to look to represent here. They're taking on a virtual unknown here in Team Shinagawa. They qualified here through the 3x3 EXA Premier Global Quest. Hiroto Takeda and Ryoichi Dewa were a part of the Utsunomiya Masters in 2022, also representing Team Shinagawa. And this is their first pro circuit event of 2023. Curious to see what they're going to bring.
Possession of the ball game. And now let's meet our referees for the game.
So these are your referees for the game. Liu Chi-kun and Kurong Shi. As both teams get ready to get warmed up, there's Stefan Torbica. He was nice last week. World ranked number 30. only 27 years old. So this Partizan team is kind of the new kid on the block. I mean, I know some of these guys were around last year, but they've really started to come on strong this year. And I think with the way they play a gritty style of 3x3. They got good play calling coming in. And with a shot maker like Stefan Milivojevic, you can pretty much get anywhere. So they're going to be looking to go far in this Masters, but lead the Pool D action as your 4th seed. And again, they're going to have to take on a virtual unknown, your 12th seed here in Team Shinagawa. We'll see what they bring. Dewa. Quick hands by Torbic, otherwise he would have gotten the first bucket. I checked out these guys' player page, and if you guys don't have a player page yet, or haven't seen the FIBA site, check it out. You can compare like every single player, see what tournaments they played. They're playing a lot of Japanese tournaments, so these guys are, again, well versed in 3x3, just haven't made it out to the pro circuit all that often. They're going to be trying to represent here. First shot's a miss, though. And this is what Torbica is good at, seals and angles. And he will try to put the smaller Japanese fellas in the hurt locker underneath. He picked up Partizan's first point. Dewa. Narusa had his foot on the line. Stefanovic to Milivojevic. They go down the block. Stefanovic using his height. Easy buckets down there. Oh, spin move by Dewa. Shuffle pass. That's blocked, though. Threw that one all the way back to Japan. Stefanovic, long arms, deterred that shot. Big two-point shot by Milutinovic, the new ad. Shinagawa, can they answer? Sidewinder goes down 4-2. And Dewa almost manages to pick up the steal there as well. Oh, Millie traveled on that. We're going to see a lot of Team Partizan putting the slightly smaller Japanese players down on the block. Again, the Serbs are pretty tall. On average, about 1 meter and 97 centimeters. And the Japanese have no players over 1 meter and 90 centimeters. So, curious to see how they'll make up for that. They're probably going to try to shoot. But a lot of this, Torbica trying to create an angle. Milutinovic out to Torbica. Fake and a make, Stefan Torbica. And then a foul's called on Milutinovic. Dewa. No make for Dewa on that one. So they'll go back down to the block. Stefanovic. Milutinovic heaves one up. Oh, and that's down. Somehow gets it off in time. 7-2. Naruse, no answer. They save it into the hands of Team Partizan. Now it's Millie. Ito Naoto trying to direct some traffic. He's using all of his speed to get past Ivanovic, but you have to make the lay if you're that fast. Dewa with the steal. And another errant pass on the Japanese, who might have lost their 5G connection out here. So back to Team Partizan we go. High post action with the handoff.
Once again, y'all see that QR code. And everybody who's submitted their pictures thus far. And at the end of today, we're going to be giving away a prize. A signed jersey by Liman. The most creative photo.
Take a look at that fake by Torbica. That heave by Milutinovic was something else. Stefanovic this time toeing the line. Long 1-point shot, no good. Mili lobs it up to Stefanovic. They got more chemistry than a periodic table. That was a quick rebound kick out, and they got a lob on that. Meanwhile, Shinji Naruse bringing Shinagawa their 4th point. Now it's Mili. He's good from long range. He steps all the way back on that, but not a lot of makes for him just yet. Naruse again from the corner. That rebound will go to Milutinovic. A foul is called on Naoto, 29-year-old. Torbica just methodically going at the basket, using his height and all the angles he can get, but Dewa, another shot for the Japanese from long range. And again, that's the way they're going to have to make up the size difference between these two teams. So if they keep shooting like this, they might be good. But you know what? You also have to play some defense. And there was no box out on that one. So Partizan up 6 points now. Naoto. Oh, that's a great cut. Takeda. Now it's Stefanovic. This time he puts his 2 feet behind the line like he's in gym class. 14-7. Oh, Partizan is just using gallery play right now. And Milutinovic says, "I'll take a foul. We'll get a breather." Almost 5 minutes into this one, and it's been an offensive affair for Team Partizan. 15-7. As they're showing Shinagawa all 4 corners of the court. Naoto. That was so loud it made my ears pop. That was all net. Mili. They go down low. Torbica again. Easy floaty. Mili almost ended up out of bounds. He ran over some of the boarding. We go back to Milutinovic. This time the 2 won't go. Naoto again using his speed. Pretty fast. Dewa, good make. Now it's Milutinovic underneath. So again, not a lot of defense in this one, mostly offense. And offense has been on Partizan's side, even though they don't have any Grobre here cheering them on. I'm sure they're cheering them on at home. Naoto gets his own board. Naoto again. Midi for Dewa is also good. Shinagawa, they keep on scoring. 17-11. And that foul by Dewa, who tried to use his quick hands to snatch the cookies for Millie, will get us to a TV timeout with, again, a comfortable lead for Partizan. They've leaned on their size. Naoto. Pretty play calling by Shinagawa results in a big, big shot. Shinji Naruse, they are within 2. Milutinovic down on the block. Fade in. And a foul's called. That's foul number 6 on Shinagawa. Will put Milutinovic on the line for 1. And a talking warning, so can't be discussing calls with the referee all that much. And then was extended to team Shinagawa, who again somehow managed to scrap themselves back into this game on the back of opportunistic shot making. They were looking at a 7-point deficit at some point here, and they've stifled Team Partizan. Looks like they took their foot off the gas there for a little bit. And now they have to kind of rev the engines again, and that's always tough to do when you've mentally kind of stepped out of a game. You somehow got to get sharp again. This might help, though. Milutinovic will step to the line for 1 with a chance to put the lead to 3. Misses that one, but a violation there as Naruse stepped in early. So he will get another chance at this. No make again for Milutinovic. Naoto with the board. Steps back. Naoto, big shot, no make. Gets his own board though. Uses his speed. Running through the paint. Shuffle pass, a block though. Milutinovic with the long arms. Now they go to Millie. Millie down low. Hands it off. Milutinovic this time. And now foul's called. That will be number 7 on Shinagawa. 2 shots coming up. As Millie, well, looked like both players were holding on to each other, but Millie coming away with this one. 2 free throws coming. And that's 2 makes. So Partizan at game point. Shinagawa, can they come back one more time? Dewa kicks it out. Open shot in the corner. And again, Shinagawa manages to come back. 20-18. This one turned out into a nail biter. I thought it was done early, but Millie at the end of the game is always good. This time it's not. So with 1:18 to go, Partizan only up 2 points, 20-18 here, as Shinagawa keeps hitting big shots to pull themselves close in this game. They got a play call now to try to see if they can get any closer. Dewa, they run handoffs. Dewa, the back door is not there, so he has to heave the shot. No good. Rebound ends up out of bounds. And that will go to Partizan. They were trying to run a backdoor play for Ito Naoto, but even with his speed, he couldn't get open. Partizan snuffed out the play. So now Partizan with a chance to end things. They go with Stefanovic, Milutinovic, and Milivojevic, and they're known for their play calling at the end of games. At least from Amsterdam last week, I'll say that. They were very sharp at the end of games with play calling. Milivojevic wanted it underneath the basket, no good. Milutinovic pulls up for 2, and the rebound is in the hands of Shinagawa. Naoto by himself, easy lay. 20-19 now. But they're going to have to guard Stefanovic on the block. They go with a bit of an help side and double team action, and Stefanovic takes too long. That's 3 seconds back to the basket. And he's saying, hey, look, I went away from the basket on that one. So the 3 seconds to the basket counts when you're going towards the basket. But referee is called this one, so Shinagawa with an opportunity here. 2 will win them the game, and now Naoto tries one. No good. Millie with the board. Now it's Millie with the game in his hands. He goes down to the block, tries to bully Dewa. There's some hands in there. 3 seconds on the clock. And Shinagawa clawed and scrapped themselves back into this one. It looked like the game was over. It was 17-10. Now we're at 20-19. What happened? Milutinovic gets his cookies taken. Naoto, kickback. Dewa, no space and a travel on the fake. So another big play by Shinagawa, but another turnover afterwards. As Dewa faked it and hopped with 2 feet. A timeout's called. We got 24 seconds left in this one. Take a look. Dewa, yeah, that's a bit much. So again, 24 seconds left in this one. Partizan is at 20. Shinagawa is at 19. And I can't repeat this enough. This game looked like it was over. It looked like the game was done. 17-10, and we're here. Shinagawa just managed a couple of stops. Can Partizan pull through this time, or does Shinagawa come away with another one? Millie, they go to Stefanovic. Down screen action for Millie. He gets the handoff, open shot. Milivojevic, no good. Rebound. Stefanovic, and now Millie is open underneath. And that will end it for Partizan. That was more of a struggle than they thought. So the play didn't go. The rebound was had, though. And Millie, he was by himself like Macaulay Culkin underneath the basket. Did y'all watch Home Alone? I mean, I did. Anyway, 21-19 Partizan. You guys enjoy these highlights.
而筑，傍东海而居，至美原生态，待迎八方客。这里是上海横沙岛，国家级旅游度假区，美在横沙，一座天静、水静、气静、声静的上海东方净土，让人流连忘返。上海恒泰开发区隶属于横沙乡人民政府，成立于1997年。开发区现今税收规模约40亿，在册企业数达4万余户，全体员工秉承服务至上、效率为先的工作作风，热情周到、执礼待客的工作态度，竭诚为企业提供优质的服务。让我们一起乘风远航。
谢谢啦啦队的姑娘们。
Of course, none of this would be possible without our sponsors, so big thank you to official Ball Wilson, global partner Trips to Go, and of course, official timekeeper Maurice Lecroix. 中国移动迷糊制作呈现，让迷糊印象精彩体育赛事。感谢玩乐怡宝队赛事的大力支持，怡宝中国国家队官方饮用水助力运动健儿，决胜赛场共陪伴生活每一刻。在这里，感谢华瑞怡宝队赛事的大力支持。怡宝中国国家队官方饮用水，助力运动健儿，决胜赛场更陪伴生活每一刻。
怡宝为70余支国家运动队提供安全纯净的饮用水服务，更陪伴生活每刻。怡宝中国国家队官方饮用水。
Welcome to the World Tour.
Coming up next, Game 5 of Day 1 of the FIBA 3x3 Shanghai Chongming Masters. And let's get straight to it. We have Team Vienna versus Team Utrecht.
Here we go. We continue the Shanghai Chongming Masters here in 2023 with Pool A action. We already see Team Vienna. They are 2-0 against Team Utrecht all time. Last game between these teams was actually last week in pool play. Team Vienna coming out first. They took care of Team Omaha in the first game of the day. Lenortner was big with 7 points and a timely 2-pointer to end, well, not end the game, but put the game out of reach. Let's just be, let's say that. Down the stretch of that game, he's joined by Enes Murati, Nico Kaltenbrunner, and T'Challa Quincy Diggs. Again, these fellas continuing their winning ways earlier on today against Team Omaha. And they got a rematch coming up with Team Utrecht. They're trying a completely different look here in Shanghai. They're mixing veteranship with youth and even bringing a rookie on the trip here to Hengsha Island. Brian Alberts joined the Dutch 3x3 program earlier in the year, but an ankle injury kept the former Gonzaga guard out of action. Made his first appearance in the pro circuit in Split in the Challenger, where his team got bounced in the quarterfinals. He's joined by veteran Maxim Kovacevic, other newcomer Olaf Schaftenaar, who played his first Masters just last week in Amsterdam, and under 23 dunk machine Nesta Agassi. They have a tough task ahead of them. Last week ended up in a 22-13 L for Utrecht. They made the trip here for a reason, so they're going to look to change things around. They did beat Vienna last year at the Utrecht Masters in the quarterfinals, but that was two completely different looking teams. So I don't know. I don't think we can go off of that result.
Now let's meet our officials for the game.
Let's meet our officials. Spiro Shi representing China, and Vladimir Veskovic representing Serbia. Now these fellas are just messing around underneath the basket. Winning feels good, let me tell you. And they know. And this is one of the hottest teams in 3x3. The last two Masters, they've gotten to the finals, and they are ranked #1 in this one, or seeded #1 in this one. We believe Team Utrecht might be able to bring at least the offensive firepower to stick with them. They have 3 very capable shooters. Maxim Kovacevic, not just a player this year, also the coach for the Dutch women's teams. Having a great month last month, picking up 2 gold medals, one at the Under-23 World Cup and one at the Europe Cup in Jerusalem. But you know what? He's going to have to play here instead of coach. He'll be a coach on the court in a little bit. So we are ready to get things underway again here. Reporting from Hingsha Island in the Zhongming district in Greater Shanghai. We got Pool A action. The burner attacking Maxim Kovacevic. That's a miss. That board will be picked up by Schaftenaar. Kovacevic asking for it in the post. Goes looking for Alberts. Steps back. No make on the midi. Murati going at Alberts. And that'll be your first points of the game here. Again, these fellas for Team Utrecht, they've just gotten together, practiced for a couple of weeks. So they're going to look to try to see if they can bring some chemistry. Diggs to Murati. Rebound ends up in Utrecht's hands. Now it's Alberts. Schaftenaar also a capable shooter. This one rims out. Nesta with the board and the smash. He needs some gravy with those potatoes. Murati. Just patient, finding Lenortner out there. Lenortner drawing the foul. So Matthias Lenortner will step up to the line after all of that patience in the paint. Catches Nesta's arm and finishes with the free throw here. 2-1. Nesta. Now he's fouled. Schaftenaar. To Kovacevic, back to Schaftenaar. They flare him on the shot, but no make. Burner tries one for two. Now again, just to remind you, for most of the game, in your first game of the day, when Team Vienna was playing Team Omaha, they couldn't get a shot from the outside the lane at all. These guys are very capable shooters, all of them. Nesta. Midi. That's good. 2-2. But again, Team Vienna are very capable shooters, but the first game of the day, they couldn't really buy a shot from the two-point range. They were 5 for 16. Made the last two. No basket on that Maxim Kovacevic take. That foul's called on the floor. Fox finds Nesta. Nesta has been active early, but this one sails underneath the rim. And an offensive foul on Diggs as he stepped out a little bit on the screen there. No fireworks in this game just yet, just a couple of buckets traded. Take a look at Diggs running into Kovacevic. Nesta now with the handoff. Maxime. No make this time. The board goes to Vienna. Lenortner steps back. Kovacevic tries the hook. Was deterred by the burner. So still a 2-2 game now. Kaltenbrunner's by himself. Make that 3-2. And another foul on Team Vienna. That'll be number 4. As Kaltenbrunner didn't like the look of that screen and roll action. And again, wants to prevent easy buckets. He's holding on to Nesta here to try to prevent him from rolling to the basket. Nesta. Diggs got his mitts in there. Now it's Lenortner on the seal. He gets it back out to Diggs. Diggs steps back, fakes. Give and go action. Quincy Diggs will put it in. He almost lost to Wilson on that. Got it back and put it in even. Alberts this time for 2. So first TV timeout, Vienna leading 4-2. Bit of a low-scoring affair here. Both teams are struggling to shoot from the outside. This give-and-go action will work, though. Fresh 12 here for Vienna. Shots missed, rebounds had by Lenort. Now Kaltenbrunner goes inside. That's been a good idea so far. Lenortner fading on that, no make. And a foul called on Team Utrecht in the rebound. Actually, there's a foul called on Team Vienna. That's number 5. Bit of confusion there, but we're back and sharp. Here we go. Agassi. They go looking for Maxime. Kick out. Olaf Schaftenaar. And he drains one from the deep end. 4-4. Kaltenbrunner this time. He saves the board. So Murati ends up with it. And Lenortner on the pick and pop will answer for Team Vienna. That's 6-4. Lenortner's been the go-to guy for Vienna in this game. Schaftenaar by himself, easy layup. Oh, Murati. Murati had him lost, but also had himself lost in a 2-point attempt. So a shot clock violation. Alwards. On the attack, floats it up there, no make. Now it's Diggs. Maxime Kovacevic will take that foul as he got sealed out by Kaltenbrunner, and that's an underrated aspect of his game. Nico Kaltenbrunner is so good at creating position for himself and trying to get a lob pass, and teams, they have to take a foul on that or, you know, take a bucket. Murati. Underneath. Good defense by Utrecht. And I do believe that's another foul on Vienna, so that is number 6. We're not at the halfway mark of the game yet. They are at the bonus. So next foul on Team Vienna will result in 2 free throws. Kovacevic. Kick out. Alberts. Oh, he dropped Quincy Diggs, and he drops the layup in as well. He crossed him up like a bingo card. Lenortner doesn't answer. Diggs with the board, though. Diggs with the hesitation, doesn't want to challenge Agassi, and Agassi proves why. Smacks the shot, and Maxime Kovacevic off the glass. Utrecht up 6-8. Brian Alberts, he dropped the Black Panther. Don't want to call him Killmonger just yet, but uh-oh. That's me. Oh, but an answer for Vienna, and who else but Lenortner again. Schaftenaar this time tries to create any space in the post, fading on the shot. That's a make. Utrecht up. Now it's Murati again. A push foul call on Team Utrecht. That'll be number 4 on them. High post play for Vienna. They go looking for Techala. Diggs dances, shoots it up, no make. There's players flying everywhere, but the Wilson will end up out of bounds. And they need a towel for the court. Some players might be sweating a little bit here. It is a little bit humid, as expected. We are on the coast. Right next to the Yellow Sea. Albert steps back. Schaftenaar behind the back, not a lot of space against Lenortner. Gives it up to Kovacevic, fading away. Side rims it. And that will get us to our second TV timeout. So Team Vienna looking at a 1-point deficit. They played this Team Utrecht in a different composition last week. That ended up in a 22-13 win, but Team Utrecht showing a lot more life this time around. Both offensively as well as defensively. And Team Vienna, kind of like in the first game, they're having a bit of trouble scoring the Wilson. Kaltenberg. They go down to Murati down low and gets it around Nesta Agassi's arms. We're tied at 9. Kovacevic to the hoop, attacks Lenortner. And that will be 2 free throws coming up for Maxime Kovacevic as Lenortner saying he might have gotten Wilson on that. See, might have. Again, I'm no referee, but so the veteran Kovacevic at the line. And the first one is good. Second one also make. Utrecht surprisingly, maybe, up 2. Now it's Diggs at the cup. That's a make as well. Schaftenaar open in the corner. Fakes. Lines one up, doesn't go. Oh, now he gets his hands on that Lenortner pass. Kovacevic looking for space, but an offensive foul is called on Nesta on the screen. So Kovacevic will take a seat. Alberts will step back on the court. It's been good seeing the veteran players, not just Maxime, transition into different positions within the 3x3 world. We'll speak some more on that. The game continues. Diggs. Murati gets free for the layup and ties the game up at 11 again. We're under 3 minutes. Alberts this time. Open shot. No make. Rebound Nesta. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Now it's Alberts again. Oh. Forgets to make the layup. And now he has to try to guard Quincy Diggs. That's a tall task. Diggs off the glass. That's good. 12-11. Nesta by himself. I thought he was going to dunk that, but that was a very, very hard layup. So all of a sudden, both teams have found the ability to score. And as I say that, Kaltenbrunner misses the hook shot. So 2 free throws now coming up for Olof Schaftenaar as Nico Kaltenbrunner got a little too handsy on the drive there. This is where the early fouls for Team Vienna come back to haunt them. They picked up a lot of quick ones early. Racked up 6 fouls in no time. And now they're putting Team Utrecht at the line. And in a low-scoring game like this, easy buckets from the free throw stripe. Well, that's oxygen. You need just some of that. Murati fakes and lays again. 13-14. Kick out. Olof Schaftenaar open for 2, and it's in and out. That was halfway down. Murati again, looking to operate. Hands off the Diggs. No make on the shot, and a foul called. That'll be number 6 on Team Utrecht. Murati. Alberts again. Looking for Nesta, but he's stuck. Nesta fading on the shot, no make. Murati kicks it out to a wide open Lenortner, and he's been knocking these down all day, 15-14. Kovacevic steps back, tries to draw the foul. No call on that, as Diggs avoided the contact. So as we're nearing the 1 minute mark, this game is tight, ladies and gentlemen. Diggs steps all the way back and makes big shot by T'Challa. Nesta to Maxim Kovacevic, answers for Team Utrecht. Now it's Murati's turn. We know what he can do with the rock in his hands, but he's attacking Nesta Agassi, who's a pretty prolific defender. It doesn't matter to Murati. 18-16. Vienna up 2. Back to the vet. Oh, that kick out goes sailing nowhere. So Kovacevic, he had a lane, but Diggs was coming in to try to swipe the shot. He thought he had Nesta on a kick out, and there was no catch on that. So that means, as we take a look again at Lenortner's wide open 2-point shot, he knocks these one down so frequently. Wide open when it matters most, and Diggs came through with a gut punch there. 18-16. Utrecht's opportunity to answer was just lost, so we're going to be seeing Vienna take the check here with 35 seconds to go. Kaltenbrunner, bully ball underneath, but no make on the lay. Kovacevic again, looking for daylight. Now it's Alberts. They hand it off to Schoftenaar. Kick out to Alberts. Alberts takes a shot, side rim. Rebound ends up with Alberts. He doesn't take the layup though. He'll kick it out to Kovacevic. That's side rim. So something needs to happen here, as we got 8 seconds on the shot clock and 8.5 seconds on the game clock. Again, Team Vienna holding on to a 2-point lead. So it's Diggs, and they foul him right away, put him on the line. So Quincy Diggs, he's only a 62% free throw shooter, so he's got an opportunity here to put the game out of reach. The first one is a front rim miss. Diggs again. A make will make it very tough on Utrecht, and he does just that. Utrecht turned the ball over, and that will be 2 wins for Vienna coming out of pool play. As this one will just go a little bit too long for Utrecht, who had no answer down the stretch for 2 big shots by Diggs as well as Lenortner. And a crafty lay by Enes Murati. At least was a tighter game for them than last week, but that won't buy him anything, as Vienna takes this one 20-16 and pick up 2 wins here on day 1 in Shanghai in Pool A action. If you guys enjoyed these highlights, we'll be right back.
球衣再次展现给大家，上面有黎曼全队的亲笔签名。当然，张宁是哪一个我也没有看出来，但是张宁有在上面签哦。一会儿我们会把这件球衣送给大家。
All right, we got a clash between former teammates next. It's Mr. Robot and Wuxi going up against his old team, Team Liman. That might be his old team. He's playing on a bunch of teams. Anyway, these teams have never faced each other in the pro circuit, and Wuxi, well, they've been struggling of late. Lost 7 of their last 8 games. Their win percentage on the pro circuit is 32%. So they're going to have to try to change things. Maybe the Chinese soil here will help. So we're going to get reacquainted with Team Liman first. And the first one to come out is Hao Tong-chi. Ming Zhang coming out. He was electric in Liman's 22-9 victory over Saitama. He scored 15 out of 22 points. That is just ridiculous. Especially if you think about it, he's on the team with Mihailo Vasic and Stefan Kojic. Those are big gunners. And Ming Zhang had 15 points and 8 rebounds. He went 5 for 8 from 2. That's just ridiculous. Come on. Team Wuxi is coming out next. And Milivoje Mijovic comes out first. He's joined by An Sung Wang, Heonan Lee, and last but not least, Stefan Stojicic, Mr. Robot. If anybody could bring a team back from losses like that, it's Mr. Robot. We know what happens when he gets his joints oiled. That's your Team Wuxi.
And now they link over the logo to see who will get first possession of the ball game. And now let's
These are your referees. We got a lot of people helping us out, everybody. That's nice.
Shanghai, Huishan, are y'all feeling good? Let me hear you make some noise!
MC Noah Lazarus getting the crowd hyped again. Is good. As you can see, there's only a few seats left in this venue. A lot of people showing up here.
Who here is cheering for Team Wuxi? Let me hear you make some noise!
So he's checking who's cheering for Team Wuxi, and I'm curious as well, because both teams feature some players from China. Just the joy to see Noah Lazarus at work. He's always hyped. Getting this crowd into it, clapping and everything. We are about to get things underway. The crowd's hyped. We're hyped. Both teams, by the way, qualified here through the Novi Sad Challenger. Wuxi coming in second there. Liman coming in third, coming up just short.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
All right, here we go. We get things started. Mijovic to Mr. Robot. Mijovic this time attacks the rack, lays it up and over Chef Kojic, 1-0 Wuxi. Now it's Kojic to Key. Answers right away, that's 1-1, and Kojic gets a steal on that one as well. Now Zhang. See if he can continue his explosive play from earlier. Double step back, and that's, well, can't take 2 or 3 steps to get behind that line. So, oh, that's called a travel. We don't tolerate that here. Referee Alex Talasainen. Make short work of that. Back to Wuxi. Mijovic. Ends it off. Mijovic underneath this time. Easy lay. 2-1. So Mr. Robot doesn't want any part of that Vasic post up. Puts him into double Nelson. It'll be Wuxi's first foul. Vasic to Kojic. They kick it to Zhang. Zhang with a big shot. Continues to make 3-2 Ning Zhang. Again, he had 15 points in their first game of the day. And he continues here. But we're at 3-3. Zhang again. looking to operate, stepping back, challenged by Mijovic. And now foul's called underneath. Vasic denies the handoff, goes right at Mijovic, finishes with two hands underneath, 4-3. And that one only touches the bottom of the net, but not in a good way. Kojic lobs at the key, easy bucket, 5-3. Now it's Mr. Robot. He's got some daylight. Software update not completed yet though. Vasic underneath. Kojic gets a screen from Zhang. Looks for Zhang underneath. They kick it out. Key has to flip it up. No good, but Zhang out there. Johnny on the spot gets the board. 7-3 Liman. Ball pass up to Key. They keep looking for him now. Mr. Robot. And Wuxi finally gets a bucket. Hound on Lee with that layup. Now they have to deal with Zhang again. And Zhang is just taking the defense apart. That man's going to work today like he packed a lunch for it. 9-5 as Wuxi keeps answering. But they have no answer for this man, Ning Zhang. Played more Furies than Don Toretto. Gets dropped on that one, though. Now he's open again from the corner. Zhang gets one, another one to go. He's splashing like a baby's bath. Somebody throw some water on that man because he's on fire. Liman up 13-6 going into the first TV timeout on the back of Key and Zhang. And Zhang, again, just continue his dominant ways. First, they find him on this shot. Pulls up from the 3x3 logo. Vasic underneath, just bullying people. But that's the guy right there, lifting his team to new heights. I told you he could be the X factor if he keeps playing like this. He for sure is. Oh. Almost a disconnect, but they end up with Mijovic. That's another two, so Wuxi isn't going anywhere. And then that pass sails out of bounds. All thumbs up, though, for Liman right now. They must be feeling good. Stojicic to Mijovic. Youngsung Wang out to Mijovic again. Can he get two in a row? All right. Here we go. We're back. Milivoje Mijovic makes it a 13-10 game. Now it's a disconnect between Kojic and Vasic. Kick out. Wang scoops that one in. Kojic. Zhang again. No good. Kojic underneath, tries to get the end one to go. Foul number 4 on Wuxi. As Chef Kojic will step up to the line. So Stefan Kojic in the first game only had 1 point. You will not see that very often. And he averages 8.3 points per game on the pro circuit this year. Wang. Mr. Robot drains one from the corner, and Wuxi is all the way back into this game. Zhang is going at Mr. Robot. Reverse layup, all good. So Ning Zhang, after scoring 15 points in the first one with that reverse layup, got himself up to 9 points already in this game. He's just incredible today. Mr. Robot. Steal by Kojic and Keys by himself underneath. Delivering like DHL. 16-13. Wang. Ball in the way, no make. And Mijovic with the quick hands. So 10 seconds on the shot clock for Liman on a reset here. We're not even halfway through this game, and it's 16-13. And Ning Zhang is continuing his ways. That man is unstoppable right now. 17-13. Somebody find some kryptonite. Mijovic challenged at the rim by Key. They collide underneath, but a travel's called. So big stop on Team Liman there.
Thus far, 4 points away from victory. Team Wuxi trailing by 4.
Kojic. Back to Zhang. Zhang finds Fasic underneath. Easy bucket, 18-13. Oh, a take foul on Liman. That will be foul number 4. And that's going to put Wuxi up for a check. Key tries to deny the screen, but loses to Wilson on its way. Mijovic this time. Mijovic open underneath, easy lay. Zhang back at it. He's turned Kojic into a screener now. Zhang sidesteps into a 2, no make, but you know what? Key's got his back. Kojic slicing and dicing. They find Key underneath, and he ends up finishing it. Took him 2 tries. Wanted to work on that offensive rebound. 19-14. Wuxi, can they do anything to come back? Mr. Robot's on the bench. Kojic with the steal. Key underneath. Oh, he got scared by that pass a little bit. He didn't even expect it. So good seal by Halton Key there. And that ends up in another Wuxi foul. That will get us to our second TV timeout here. There's been a lot of that man today, Ning Zhang. His game today is prettier than a Bob Ross painting. But this backdrop kind of looked like a Bob Ross painting. And anyway, Kojic. Well, he missed the delivery driver. No food for Key on that one. Mijovic to Mr. Robot, who stepped back on the court. A foul is called. So now it's Mr. Robot again. Mr. Robot at the hoop, lefty lay. It's 19-15. Zhang looking for space. Zhang gave in his hands, and Ning Zhang will put it to bed. That's 2 wins for Liman day 1, carried by Ning Zhang. Your final score in this one is 21-15, and that man was everything today. They didn't even need Kojic. They didn't need Vasic. It was all Ning Zhang. I believe he ended up with 26 points scored, maybe 27 even, total in 2 games. That's just ridiculous.
现场的朋友们，我们也欢迎来自上海弘明恒沙居民俱乐部的郭汉宇、张建良入场热身，欢迎二位。World Tour Shanghai, Masters 24
We're back. Pool C action, a clash between two Chinese teams, Beijing and Futian. They've never faced each other. Actually, this might be from last game. They have faced each other, and it has been a one-sided affair. Team Beijing, they got 4 wins against 1 for Team Futian. Again, Team Beijing, for people that are just tuning in, are playing without Carlos Lasmanes, who unfortunately broke his hand earlier this week in Doha. They did manage to pick up a victory. Took a little bit. Team Antananarivo never wanted to go away. They got 10 big points from Ulaanbaatar Zhu in that one. Mieses had 7 himself as they put Antananarivo away down the stretch, but look at this. The Dragon is back. Who doesn't remember the iconic shot to win the World Tour Finals in 2017? Bogdan Dragovic made the jump from last year's team Danube Moneyball to Futian, where he made a surprise appearance earlier in the week at the Doha Challenger. Didn't help a lot as his team picked up 2 losses in the qualifying draw, but might have just been some rust. He's going to try and bring some stability to a team that's been a bit up and down all season. After a strong showing early in the season at the Masters in Manila, making it to the finals and then even getting second at the Penang Challenger. They had a long stretch where they never got back to the finals, even bowing out in pool play in Macau and Cebu for the Masters. They picked up a win at a Challenger in Split, but followed that with a qualifying draw exit in Doha. So, again, a bit of a mixed bag. They do have the firepower with must-see TV, but it's been a bit of a down year for the Belgian, especially when it comes to efficiency. He's just shooting 25% from beyond the arc in 2023. So again, both teams are without one of their star players, as DeMeo van der Horst is not playing for Futian. And again, Carlos Lasmanes, he'll be out for at least 4 to 6 weeks with a broken hand. So these teams played each other plenty. Again, they faced each other in the Penang final, where Beijing picked up a first place and Futian picked up a second. They also met at the quarterfinals in Quebec at the Challenger. Futian managed to pull through in that one, but that's the only one. The long list goes to the Ulaanbaatar and the Sunturi Shanghai Challenger, as well as the Netanya Challenger. All of those were losses for Team Futian. So we'll see if they can change their fortunes here with this beautiful backdrop here on Hangsha Island. Again, for people that are thinking, hey, this doesn't look a lot like the city of Shanghai, we are in Greater Shanghai on Hangsha Island, Chongming District. It's called the Yongfeng Art Pastoral Scenic Area, where we have a FIBA 3x3 logo cut into the field behind us. But you know what? That doesn't matter. No matter where we are, we will bring the action. And the action has just started in this Pool C game. Whoa, we'll get things started up right. And then a steal. Must-see TV getting his mitts on the ball. They go back to Guo. Guo sharing this time. Easy layup. Zhang. Zhang it is. Get that layup to go down. So a quick 3-0 lead for Futian. Who again are probably looking to take advantage of the fact that Beijing is without one of their best players, Olympic gold medalist Carlos Lasmanes. This man also an Olympic gold medalist, by the way, so they still have one of them to contend with. He did foul Guo on the drive there. So Hanyu Guo will step to the line. And that's cash. So just like in the first game, Beijing got blitzed a little bit. It's been Han Yu-Guo, team's third leading scorer at 5.2 per game on the pro circuit this year. But you know what? Look at that. The Dragon's back, and he's dropping in buckets right away. 5-0 on the hook shot. What kind of fish is he trying to catch with that? On the other end, finally an answer for Team Beijing. Liu drops it in. Dragovic. Feisty to start things off. That one's a miss. Foul and a rebound called on must-see TV. That'll be number 1 on Futian. So we get reset for Beijing. Miezes is on the bench. Will they turn to Zhu again? Because he was nice the first game. Miezes to Zhu again. And that will be called a foul on the floor. Take a look at Miezes. Nutmegs Zhang on that pass. And that will be, again, called on the floor. Guo takes his seat. The maze gets lost in his own sauce. Offensive foul called on Zhang. Oh, he's by himself. He kicks it to Zhu, but layup might have been a better option on that. Must-see TV. Vervoort underneath the Zhang, and Futian just keep on scoring. So Zhu, again, proven to be a big load to handle down there. They go looking for him in the post. Must-see TV has to extend the foul on him. Now Zhu stepping back. That one's not good. Whoa, back on the court. He's got the two-man game with Zhang. He steps back this time. Whoa, no make, but Zhang's there to get his back. Foul on the floor, though. Zhang wants to get a continuation on that. He says the bucket was down. Referees think differently. The Dragon again with the hook shot. He's hunting for big fish. 10-3. Liu, no answer. Oh, that's saved. Oh, I thought that was saved. See, I was too early. I thought that was saved in bounds, but it ended up going out of bounds. Oh, Floaty on must-see TV. No make though. The Mays with the board. Mia's is. That layup will go. I don't know what Dragovic's been doing in his time off, but he's been working on that hook shot. He's gone down 3 times already. Dragovic. This time he goes to the, still goes to the right. Scoop-de-doop. 12-4 in a one-sided contest so far. Team Beijing is missing in action a little bit. So we've gotten to our TV timeout here, and again, a bit of a lopsided contest. This has been Team Futian's game, and scoring this one so far is uglier than Lil Wayne. 12-4. It's not like Team Beijing's been good on offense, but their defense has more holes than SpongeBob. All right, they do find some offense there. Zhu again. Whoa. That fake needed some Botox. Travel called on Hanyuguo. Take a look at Zhu smashing that one like a Krabby Patty. Must-see TV. Passes down low to Zhang and somehow gets that to go in. In between like forearms too, and it didn't matter. Diaz is stepping back. Follow a shot. He's got that 8-13. Now foul's called. Diaz is showing some frustration. He's telling his teammates what to do as we take a look back at that beautiful step back. Whoa. Go to Zhang. Oh, this time it's an offensive foul. So Zhang. Picking up Futian's team's 7th foul. They're in the bonus now. Next foul will be 2 free throws. This one wasn't because it was offensive. Zhu underneath, righty hook, that's good. So Beijing slowly getting back into this one. Zhang going at Zhu, and he's lost him somewhere. Now Zhu will take a shot. Don't look now, Beijing's back within 3. They look dead in the water, but somehow they've clawed themselves back into this one. Look at Zhu. Hand off the Nyes, gets the 2 up. Whoa, to the Dragon. Dragovic, no make. Dead in the backcourt after that one. So a shot clock violation and a reset for Team Beijing, who have an opportunity to really climb back into this one. Pull the game within 1, 4-2. Viezes. No make. Try to draw the foul, but there's nothing there. Then a foul's called on Wenbolu. That's sealed out there. Zhang to Whoa. Who's using his speed. Oh, he took the fast lane to the cup, 15-11. Zhu steps back one more time. This one, it's missed. Must-see TV, more of a screener in this game. I don't think he's scored yet. Whoa. Fires one from the corner. No good. So Lu steps back, the midi. Missed. Zhu's got his back. He will not put it in. Somehow, some way, Zhu got that to go. It took him 3 or 4 tries. Don't matter though, as long as you keep going. Must-see TV finds Zhang underneath. That's a good shot. Then he gets a steal right away. Must-see TV open for 2. And that's front rim. Lu misses that one, and again, Beijing, their fight. Zhang this time, easy layup, good seal. Still a 4-point advantage, Team Futian. That will get us to our second TV timeout. Team Futian jumped out to a big lead. They were up 8 points early on in the game, but Team Beijing's been on a comeback mission. Zhu's been a big part of it. Big rebounds and some shots from the outside. Now, don't get me wrong, Beijing still looking at a 4-point deficit. They got it down to 2 at some point, and they have possession here. See what kind of play calling they have coming out of a timeout. So some confusion on whose possession it is. Team Huishan believes they had possession, but they might have thought wrong. Team Green will get the Wilson here. Miezes. Lu steps back. Lu. They needed that one. Miezes though. Big rebound. Underneath gets blocked by the Dragon. Get that out of there. Bogdan Dragovic now with a 2. Can he put the game on ice? No, he cannot. Miezes is spinning. Lu's winning. So again, a 3-point game still. This ain't over with. Must-see TV crossing, fading away on the 2-point shot. No go, but hey, look who's there. Dragovic picks up the rebound. Must-see TV against front rims. He wasn't visible at all early game, and now he's trying to shoot himself back into things. Not working out so far. 2:30 to go. We got a 3-point game here. Fresh shot clock. Must-see TV on his way to the rack. Finds the Dragon. Dragovic leading away. Doesn't matter. 18-14. So kickball violation will result in a timeout. Both Guo and Must-see TV are looking gassed. Both of them wanted to take a seat on that. But Team Futian still holding on to this 4-point lead. And again, this year only, it's been a Beijing affair when these two teams have met up. 4 wins, Team Beijing, 1 win for Team Futian, and they're looking to change just that. But you know what? Miezes is out here grittier than sandpaper. 18-16. Keeps bringing his team back into things. The Dragon now. Dragovic kicks it out. Guo using his speed, double step back on Guo. And you know what? We've seen this before. That's a travel. You can't be using 2 step backs in one. Miezes this time with a fake and an easy layup. He lost Must-see TV like no Google Maps. Oh, Vervorto No answer, so Beijing's put in one. They got a shot at this. The drive ends up with Zhu with the easy put in. 18-18, the game is tied. We got a minute and a half to go. The floaty for the Dragons, no good. Zhang with the board. He goes at Zhu, but loses to Wilson. We got 7 seconds on the shot clock. Zhang heaves one. And that rebound is picked up by the Mays. Again with the timely layup, 19-18. He's leading his team all the way back from an 8-point deficit. Must see TV. Finds Zhang on the cut. You know who's there? Notice Miezes. He can put the game away from the corner. That one's in and out. Dragovic this time. We're under a minute. Futian was holding on to a 4-point lead just seconds ago. Now Dragovic ties the game at 19. A 2-pointer will end things for both teams. Zhu is open for 2. Not a make though. Dragovic this time looking for some space. Miezes trying to guard him. He fouls him. An offensive foul is called on the Dragon for grabbing onto Miezes' arm. This will not result in free throws, but it will result in a Beijing possession. That man right there, Nars Miezes, is showing why he's an Olympic champ. Bringing his team all the way back out here in Shanghai. A timeout is called. We got 39.9 seconds on the clock. And we are tied at 19, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big, big game. And Team Beijing already picked up a win in pool play against Antananarivo. Team Huishan, this is their first game of the day. So Team Beijing, what the play call going to be out of this timeout? They get Miezes open for a 2 sidestep. 2 of Nars Miezes puts the game on ice. No Batman, no worries. As Team Beijing takes care of Team Futian on the back of this step back by Nars Miezes. That man's got more ice in his veins than Rozon. That's your Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater right there. Putting away Team Futian here. And the Mays, he got them all lost, but not himself, as he leads his team to a 21-19 victory. Team Futian, they're going to have to hash it out with Team Antananarivo for who was going to go on and who's going to stick around and drop out of pool play.
versus Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy.
All right. Pool D on deck as we get our second look here at Team Partizan and our first look at Team Ulaanbaatar. Partizan, they have a slight advantage all the time, 3-1. But Ulaanbaatar, they've been playing well. They finished top 5 in their last 2 pro circuit events. Actually 3 out of the last 4, if you want to be very clear. And then it goes back even further than that. They've finished top 5 almost all events they've played except for maybe 4 of them this season. Anyway, Partizan first, they beat Shinagawa earlier today, but it wasn't the confidence builder that they needed. That ended up 21-19. They had to really put their foot on the gas down the stretch. Milivojevic ended it with a 1. They all scored more than 4 points. So Stefanovic, Torbica, and Milutinovic, they had 6, 5, and 6. 6, 5, and 6, respectively. Now they're going to be meeting up again with Team Ulaanbaatar. And Steve Sir, he somehow found the fountain of youth on the Mongolian steppes. I need some of what he's drinking. At 41 years of age, this is his 11th pro circuit event of the season. And my knees hurt when I walk up a flight of stairs. I'm not sure how he does it. But anyway, these Mongolian fellas, they represented with the 2nd place at the Suntory Shanghai Challenger, so Shanghai's been good to them. And Steve Sir is joined by Marco Dugusia, Dugunengbat, and the Bull, Davasambu, in a quest to repeat their Chinese success. Again, they got 3 top 5 finishes in the World Tour to their name in the season. In Macau, Edmonton, as well as Cebu. Bowed out in pool play in Lausanne in the Utsunomiya opener. So the easier referees, well actually, see Davasambu is getting in the way. The easier referees for this one, Alex Talisainen and Kirongshi. I hope I'm saying that right. Somebody help me with pronunciations. You could do that through our official accounts at FIBA 3x3 or hit me up on my personal account at BAZZ50. This is Stefan Torbica. Again, in the first game, he had himself 4 points. He does his damage down low on the block through seals and some post-ups, and there's your guy, the Bull, Davasambu, part 3x3 player, part cattle herder, I believe. He's your Asia Cup 2023 winner and MVP. And he's going to look to put the hurt on people on the block as well. So a big clash between teams that look for inside offense. And get some outside shooting going on around that. Milivojevic really last week in Amsterdam, again good for 2 overtime. Big Maurice Lacroix buzzer beaters. See if he can repeat the magic out here in Shanghai. Engbat looking for the Bull down low. Scoops it up and over Stefanovic. And we'll put the first points for Team Ulaanbaatar on the board. Torbic to Milli. Goes back to Torbica. Torbica down low, and that's going to result in a foul. As Dugunengbat thought the better of that matchup. So first foul on Ulaanbaatar as well. Second foul is called right away. Fouling has been a problem for Team Ulaanbaatar in the past. They are warriors. They tend to be physical ones. You go see a kick out. Engbat. Dugun Engbat not a make. Stefanovic with the board. They throw it up to him right away underneath, and Dugosia.
Hope he's all right.
That doesn't look good. Oh. Yeah, that's a badly hurt ankle for Stefanovic there. He's done. He's calling it right away. He's not going to be coming back today and maybe not even tomorrow. That ankle went sideways twice. Stepped on a foot there. That's never good to see. So the medical staff's going to look at him. Meanwhile, we continue play. Milutinovic. Hanging layup, no good. Gets his own board, but Garcia got his hands on that. So that will go out of bounds. Millie with the make. Partizan's on the board as well. Now it's Engbot's turn. Dugosia's wide open. Dugosia underneath, scoop-de-doop. 2-2 game. Torbica looking for Millie. Offensive fouls called. So Steve Sir's on the court. They find Engbot underneath, and he's well. That was over top of the rim. So Milutinovic gets called back for that. That's going to be a Ulaanbaatar score. Yeah, that was already over the rim, so you can't be touching that anymore. They go down to Millie on the block, attacking Dugosia. 3-3. Sir. Back to Sir. No daylight for him, though. The Bull charging at Torbica. It's a nice matchup with the two strong players. Now it's Torbica underneath. He's got the mismatch with Steve Sir to work with. That's a 4-3 lead for Partizan as a result. Now it's the Bull. Dugosia. Milutinovic misses from two-point land. So you can see Partizan has game plan for this fella, Steve Sir. One of the best shooters in 3x3 history. Milutinovic. Stepping back, he lost Dugosia on that one, but puts a dent in the backboard on that shot. That's no good. They go back to Steve Sir. You already know what he wants to do, shoot a two, and, well, he denied it that time, but he was driving slow like Paul Wall, and that was a little bit too slow as that shot clock went off. Stefanovic is on the bench signaling he can't go anymore, so again, we will not be seeing him after that nasty ankle sprain we saw earlier. Millie off the play call, gets a two, but that's no good. The box out goes to Team Ulaanbaatar. The Warriors from the land of the endless blue sky come up 5-4. Torbica Oh, he hopped on that. Beautiful spin move, but no make. And now fatigue is going to start to come into play. As Team Partizan, again, they're playing with just 3 players. There's a whole contingent of medical staff looking at Stefanovic's ankle right now. So take back on that Millie shot. Take a look at Lugosia underneath. Slow stepping his way to a bucket. Reset of action here, and again a bit of a low-scoring affair. Go to Lugosia underneath. No chicken on that layup for him. So Milutinovic. He doesn't break the spell either for Partizan. That will go out of bounds. Millie runs over the boarding. Stefanovic somehow is back in the game. I am not sure how he's standing up. He got his ankle wrapped up, I believe, but how is he walking? That thing looked busted. And now he's out there, just a straight warrior. I got to give it up to him. That looked like he wasn't going to be able to walk for a couple days. He might not, but he's still playing on it. Millie, bully ball. That's going to be a foul on Inkbot. So the fouls are starting to rack up for Team Ulaanbaatar here. 6 fouls to their name, compared to 1 for Partizan. So Stefanovic, he sat down again. I'm not sure how he went out there, but he spelled his teammate for 20 seconds, and that is very much needed sometimes. So a spot substitute, that's what we can call that.
There's going to be 2 shots here.
Torbica doesn't take advantage of the opportunity here, though, because that's the 7th foul on Ulaanbaatar. Knocks down the second one.
6-5.
So 6-5. Davasambu to Inkbot. Inkbot on his move to the cup. Lefty lay. That puts Ulaanbaatar up 2. Sir gets it back. Sir, a bit of daylight, not enough though. Torbica to Milivojevic. Milivojevic, he lost him like a bad hike, but not a make on that one. So a bit of a slow burner this game. Inkbot, 4 fakes, no make, but the bull is there. And he will lay it up and in. Milutinovic. Partizan is having all kinds of trouble scoring to Wilson. They find Torbica, but no connection, and then Torbica runs into the bull. And that's a collision I don't want any part of. Torbica ends up on the floor. So Stefanovic again out there to spot his teammates for just a couple of seconds. Unbelievable. Just warrior spirit from Stefanovic, who is grimacing as he's putting weight on his ankle. They are attacking him. It's an easy bucket for the Bull. Stefanovic again moving gingerly, but he's trying everything he can. Millie with the step back, no good, and Partizan's offense is missing. We need to issue an Amber Alert. Unsure where they left it, maybe the first game, but you know what, Steve? Sir's got some offense. That's 2 up, 2 down for you. 11-5.
Deuce, score 11-5.
So now Stefanovic is looking to stay out of the play. They give Millie a shot. Millie, he's good. Bringing his team back into things. They're within 4 again. Kick out, Steve Sir. He's attacking. Now the Bulls open for 2. Winds up, but it rolls out. Milutinovic. The Bull going at Millie. And Millie will take a foul on that for sure. They are stuck at 1 foul, Partizan is. So they could expend a couple more. Yeah, that's a matchup that you need to take a foul in, even if you're as jacked as Millie. Garcia to Sir, a little bit of space. Steve Sir puts it in and 1. That man's smoother than silk sheets.
Yes, sir. He's going to get a free lead here. Jackie strike. Making a 7-point lead. So then we'll do Partizan.
So Steve Sir at the line. He's a pretty prolific free throw shooter as well at 90%. And he continues to make 14-7 Ulaanbaatar. The Mongol Warriors are up. Milutinovic. That rebound ends up going out of bounds. Dugosia couldn't control the rock. So a warning issued on Team Partizan for talking to the referees. They've been trying to discuss and slow the game down so they can breathe. You know, this is the part of the game where you start needing some oxygen if you're playing with 3 people. Millie, chair pull, kicks it out though. Torbic's open and he will put it in 9-14. On the other end, Engbot, he's fouled. Take a look at Engbot, and well, yeah, Millie made sure he didn't get that layup. So Engbot at the line, 4th foul on Partizan. Well, again, they didn't foul early. Not a lot of Serbian teams you see not using any fouls. So now double fouls called. Both players are getting a bit frisky with each other there. I agree with the call. So again, we're looking at a 6-point lead for Ulaanbaatar. Millie to Milutinovic. Milutinovic finally gets one to go down, 11-15. Partizan's not out of this one yet. Engbot trying to put his head down and go. No space though. He has to chuck one up through the shot clock. The rebound ends up with Millie. Milutinovic this time. Gets away from the contact. That's a foul, and that will be 2 free throws. And you know what? I was talking about how foul trouble will come back to bite you. Now, this is foul number 9 on Team Ulaanbaatar. That means the next foul will be 2 free throws as well as possession, and that is not a fun spot to be in. Let me tell you, the double bonus ain't no joke.
cut into the 6-point lead here. 2 shots. First one, short.
Milutinovic, though, misses the first.
Free throw number 2.
De Boel gets it down low, kicks it back out. Dugosia spins and fades, gets it. The shot thrown back by Torbica.
Well, it's a shot clock violation. Nice defense from Team Partizan to get the stop.
So now Team Ulaanbaatar will also get a warning for talking. Both teams have been yapping at the refs. Millie attacking the rack righty will go down 13-15. Oh, and another block by Torbica. 15-14, don't look now. Partizan climbing all the way back into this one. The Bull on a rack attack, righty scoop, that's good. Millie kicking it to Torbica in the corner. That's no good. So now the 6th foul will be taken by Team Partizan, and Stefanovic again will make his way back onto the court to spell Torbica for just a little bit. The other two, Milutinovic and Milivojevic, have not taken a sub just yet. Easy play. Quick slip screen by Engbot. 3-point advantage Ulaanbaatar. Millie. Partizan needs a bucket. Millie. Oh, he's got more handles than Instagram. 17-15. Engbot off the Bull screen is looking for the Bull down there. The Bull on the attack. This time they can't foul him, so it's easy money. Like Alipay. 18-15. Millie underneath bully ball. Not a make though. Rebound will end up with Milutinovic. Launches a quick 2 and it's good. 18-17. So an out-of-bounds challenge is extended by Team Partizan, who continue to substitute. So now Millie will take a quick seat as Stefanovic still limps around the court somehow. And this is the one that was challenged. They're saying that might be out on Steve. Yes, sir.
The no foul to give that total putting the penalty to Team Ulaanbaatar. 1 foul away from the double penalty.
So Stefanovic, he says, I got to take a seat. Can't do it anymore. And Millie's just waiting as long as he can to get up off the bench. Now again, the referees award a challenge win. So that means Team Partizan will have possession here. Stefanovic again will take a seat. We got 1:30 left in this one. And Partizan, after taking a big deficit early on, they dug themselves quite the hole. They're all the way back into this. Fighting back like your little brother would. Not that they're little brother, but my little brother used to fight back a little bit. Anyway. The Bull with the steal. Dugosia. Fakes. Gets it to Engbot. Engbot, 3 seconds left on the shot clock. That's blocked by the backboard. Dugosia fading away. High arcer gets it off the rim and gets his own rebound. He's asking for a screen. The Bull comes and sets it for him. Dugosia goes and looks for the Bull. That one is tapped out of bounds. We'll get a reset going for Team Ulaanbaatar here with 3.4 on the shot clock. They're holding on to a 1-point lead. Bull will take a seat. It's Steve Sir doing the business, and he's handling it, but not making. So Partizan, they got a shot at this. Torbica. They find Millie. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Millie. This one's tapped out of bounds. Dugosia, he's going to challenge this one. He says it's off of Millie. So a warning for flopping is extended meanwhile on Dugunengbat. Dugosia, he challenged the call. So another out of bounds challenge. So again, the referees will look at the footage here. They have to be 100% absolutely certain. Otherwise, they can't overturn. It has to be clear that this is out of bounds off of Millie. Stefanovic, in this crucial phase of the game, steps onto the court again as Torbica apparently no longer able to go. Or at least he sat down for a bit, and Stefanovic now will somehow stay up on the court. Take a look at this again. Crossover by Millie. Yeah, see, I think this challenge might be won because that is out of bounds, and it looks like it touched Millie's hand. We got some people cheering for Team Ulaanbaatar here. I think we got some Mongolian fans in the house. I've never been to a tournament where a Mongolian team was playing and there were no Mongolian fans. That is just incredible for that large a nation that doesn't have that many people living there. Let's be honest, the challenge is lost. Apparently the footage was not clear, so Partizan ball, 2.9 seconds, 19 seconds left on the game clock. They're looking at a 1-point deficit.
Here we go, 19.6 seconds on the clock. Crunch time, baby.
Milutinovic, he will launch it right away to box out. Ends up in the hands of Dugosia. He's looking to play keep away, but they have to make one more shot. Dugosia fakes on the baseline, spins, fades, no make. The rebound comes away. That is going to be Ulaanbaatar ball.
Team with possession. Ulaanbaatar ball.
So they're going to put Steve Sir at the top of the key, which is what I would do. That's a 90% free throw shooter for you, and all Partizan can do is foul.
Let's see what we're going to do. Steve Sir, when you take it out. The substitute.
So no shot clock anymore. And they foul before the ball was checked.
The physicality of 100,000 trillion.
See what the referees do with this. So again, they foul before the ball is checked, and they fouled Dugosia. That's a smart play. You don't want to put Steve Sir on the free throw line. So Doogie.
Can get 2 shots.
He's a 71% free throw shooter, so that's at least that's something compared to Steve Sir. Doogie with the rock in his hands. First one is a miss. 2.8 seconds left. A make here will put the game at 2 points difference. A miss here will leave the door open for a Partizan heave. Doogie misses. Rebound though comes up for Millie. Millie from the corner. Oh, that's halfway down. Millie from the corner, and it was halfway down. But it ends up no good. That one bounced out. And Partizan will lose this one. Take a look again. Milivojevic from the corner. We've seen him hit big shots, and that rolled in and out. Just an incredible shot, but not enough. As Ulaanbaatar will take this one 18-17. So we're going to leave you guys for just a bit, as we'll let you enjoy the highlights first, but then we have a short break in action. We'll be doing the shootout qualification as well as the opening ceremony. So while you guys look at this, we're going to take our break for about an hour. We'll be back at 7:10 p.m. local time, where we will wrap up pool play action with the last 4 games of the day. I hope to see you there, because I will be there for sure. We'll see you there.
前4位可以进入到我们明天的决赛。决赛的规则。